Hello and welcome. This is Flying Bruskev here. Today we will be flying from something called Canadian River Range, which is there, the field in the middle of the nowhere, which is not in the scenery. So we're just departing from the texture, and we're going all the way to the Telluride Regional here in the mountains. We've packed our oxygen tanks that we're gonna need, and we'll see if we can hit it correctly. I've prepared an navlog here. Some entries are kind of manually done because there will be like a climb in the middle of it. Initially, I will be going at 10,500 and then climb to 14,500 when closer to the mountains. So we have just a step climb here, and I try to work out some numbers based on the POH of the Cessna 310. Weather is forecasted to be clear skies, which looks like that. Temperature on the ground right now is 0 degrees. So additionally, what I need to do here is to start the heater. So my passengers are like do not have cold feet. And today we are joined with Vastar colleague here that will be flying with us, and you might be hearing his voice as well when we fly. He's joined in via your controls, so he's actually in the plane as well with me, and will need to observe and witness how I try to struggle to climb to altitude. It will be difficult. All right, I believe we can start flying. I've already started the plane, as you could see. And yeah, so Tsvetan, I believe you can go back to Discord here and mute me on the stream, and let's get going. So I'll be departing runway. Runway 3. Yes, runway 3. And then doing like a left turn there. Try to join the first magnetic heading, which is 266 or 271, something in the middle. Our initial path takes us there, and we'll try to hit Logan. So we should be able to see this from the air, so that should be pretty easy to get there. Right. So I'll turn this to 264 or something like that. Runway 3. So that's here. And let's go. Canadian River Range traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie, Romeo Twin Cessna, taxiing to runway 3 and taking off from runway 3, left crosswind departure, Canadian River Range. Could you hear me on VATSIM?
Yeah.
Good. So parking brake is off. And this will be like a texture departure, so it might be a little bit bumpy. I'll probably even drop 15 degrees of flaps because I want to take off as soon as possible from this.
The strange thing is that it's very rough on your stream and it's much more detailed on my screen.
Is it rough on my screen stream? Oh.
Yeah, and it's also kind of white.
White? Yeah, well, maybe like there's I'm using this Google Map mode that replaces the scenery, so it might be different texture here.
Yeah, it's pretty different.
Yeah, okay. In any case, let's do a run up to 1700 RPM. I'll try to lean for RPM here. I believe I hit it right. And let's test the magnetos. First two go. There's some drop. Let's put it back. And second set of magnetos. And let's put it back. Test the feathering. That works fine. All right. And controls, left, right, right, left. That's good. Rudder and elevator all working. Test idle. Works fine. Okay. So strobe lights on. And let's take off. Oh, that's rough. Yeah. Okay, gear goes up. Flaps up. Yeah. That was very bumpy. Okay, I'll stay on full power for quite a while. Everything good on your end?
The engines are not running on my end, but it's cool to see that the simulation is doing its job because the propellers started moving as soon as we started moving.
Okay, so you don't have running engines. Strange.
No, but at least I have running propellers now that we're in the air.
Yeah, it still doesn't work entirely correctly. Canadian River traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo turning left and going west. Currently at 5,400 feet. Final call, Canadian Rivers Run. Okay. There's the field there. And let's climb to 10,500. Today I will make an exception and will actually use autopilot as well, because it's a rather long track. Don't want to hand fly it whole time. Okay, I'll reduce RPM to 2,500. Forgot to start the timer, so let's start it. Okay, fuel pumps can go off. Let's put it to the autopilot right now, or let me climb. It's actually better if I do. Let's verify the heading 266 or 271. Yeah, so we are going in the general direction. And the time it should take us there is approximately 6 minutes, or actually 10 minutes or 12 minutes of flying. And I believe there's that in the distance to the left of our nose. Okay, throttles are full. We're not getting a full power at this point. So I'll just lean for maximum power. So we climb as fast as possible. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But I guess there are none at this point.
Not really, no.
So since your aircraft is not running, is it safe to give you controls at some point? Or not?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's
I think I can start it quick enough though. I'm pretty used to flying it. So we won't fall down in any case.
well. What if you now try to start it? Does it even let you click switches on your end?
Yeah. I can even move everything on my end, but
Okay. So maybe you can
only on my
start
end.
it yourself. It would be
I can
interesting.
try.
But the air is pretty smooth. Climbing, don't even need to touch the controls that much. Let's put the autopilot on. Let's do heading mode. Vertical speed. Yeah, about 600, that's good. And we should arrive, we should fly to this tip of the reservoir. So I guess it's gonna be someplace there. Power settings should be 2421 inches of manifold pressure. We already have 21 inches with full throttles. Can't get any more. And as soon as we accelerate, I will just reduce RPM a little bit. And then lean for maximum EGT. Slightly lean of the peak. Yep, that's it. And now we are flying. This is almost 12 minutes. That should be taken. Let's try to identify this river if we can see on the sectional. Albuquerque. Yeah, this will be Canadian river. Okay, that one's pretty visible. It's good. And let's check if we are flying a correct true airspeed. We have calculated that we'll be doing 185. Temperature is about minus 15 degrees, so I'll just bring up a 6B, return it, and the pressure altitude is... Let me check what pressure altitude is actually... Oh, correct place. 10,000 feet. Good. So I will line up 10,000 feet with minus 15. There we go. And in order to go 158, we should be indicating about 154. And we are indicating 160. So in order to get 154, I'll just reduce power a little bit. Right, we're coming up on that arm. Let's check where exactly. It will be before that, at the level of the road and the city and start of the reservoir. So let me turn a little bit to the right. Should be going to 7-1 actually. And let's look outside. We can spot this should be pretty visible road, and I should already be seeing that. It will be this one. All right. So when we cross it, and the town will be on our left. That's where when we are at our user fix. We'll configure our new course 50 mile long, over, like flying over nothing. Scenery is still downloading in the background, so we'll be seeing like popping it, it pops up. And I knew I forgot something. Forgot to start the job. Well, I don't intend to use... Or is it going? Resume? No, I cannot resume that. Well, I don't intend to use that anyway after this, so I guess it doesn't matter that much that I forgot to start that job. This is just going to be a nice flight into the mountains.
Not for me though. I tried to quickly reconnect to fix the desync, and all I got was a total control of an aircraft without engines. So I managed to land it, but that's it for me.
So you basically it disconnected, or you disconnected manually?
Yeah. I tried to disconnect and to reconnect again, but I couldn't. It says I'm connected, but it didn't work.
Yeah, I don't see you in
So
the list.
I was left in the airplane at the same state that it was before, with nothing working.
Oh,
But I could lower the landing gear and flaps, so I managed to land.
okay. But you're not able to connect back, obviously.
No.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, I'll just switch to Twitch and
All right.
hop off here.
All right.
So see you when I see you.
Okay, see ya. So now we are turning to course or magnetic heading of 314 because that's our next leg. It's a 50-mile long leg that should take 18 minutes. And here I believe it took us about, what was the time there? It was 11 minutes or something, so let's put 11. And that's for both of those legs together. And now we are actually heading nowhere. Yeah, we're actually heading nowhere, like to the middle of nowhere, and it's gonna be just observing the scenery. Okay, what's our speed? It's still 160. So let's slow down a little bit because we should be doing 154 indicated. Actually, it computes the true speed correctly here. Like true speed is indeed 185. Where did I make a mistake in my calculation? Let's see that again. So temperature minus 15, pressure altitude 10,000. Minus 15, 10,000. I haven't made a mistake. Yeah, well, be that as it may, we are doing 185 as the simulator thinks, so we're good. Some Albuquerque approach came online, but I believe they are like way off. Yeah, they are way off. Yeah, they're there. We are here. Alrighty. So this is our nav log. The climb is still like 100 miles away. We are gunning those engines and really burning some gas here. Even though not that much as I would have thought. Do I have the same speeds of the propellers? I do. Engines in the green. Everything looks good. Let's check up on the passengers. Yeah, now they are comfortable. That's good to see. Very well. Okay, 4 minutes, almost 5 gone, so we are at roughly the third or fourth of the second leg, which is pretty long, and it might even be difficult to distinguish this user fix, we might see some settlement of our left wing, or we might not. All will depend on the scenery itself. If we don't, then I'll just apply the new course after 18 minutes, which is the calculated time. I don't even need to do that any real change. And the next one should actually be visible better. There's some airfield and interstate, so it should be good to go. If I check this one, when we are, this is like a middle and middle of the middle, so let's say that shortly after 9 minutes we might be able to spot some fields, but well, this is a heliport really, so probably not. Yeah, but we might be able to see the road. Let's check it out. If there is some road winding, probably this one. It's not that visible as I would like, but it will be that one. And as you can see, not like as far as other landmarks go, there's basically none. So you would need to be quite familiar with those mountains, for example, to be able to navigate by them. As a reminder, we are today using dead reckoning and pilotage. Dead reckoning means timing the legs and flying the heading, and pilotage means like looking for the landmarks on the ground. To navigate, don't use any kind of moving map. The only map I have is this sectional chart, which I'm using, and I'm hoping that I will be able to arrive safely to the end, which is the trip is 300 nautical miles long today. The air seems to be quite smooth. To be honest, I don't fancy too much climbing higher. As you can see, the winds at our altitude are lower, and the true airspeed up top will be lower as well, because we don't have turbocharged engines and it just cannot produce that much power. So from there on it will be a little bit slower, but altogether it should take us 1 hour and 57 minutes. Don't even know if I reset. No, I didn't reset the trip timer, but the departure, I think, was reset correctly. Was it? Yeah. So that departure time in local 1314 is the correct departure time. But I didn't reset the trip timer. I wonder if I am able to. I can only reset it, I cannot set it. I'll probably reset it. I don't. It's better to see a lower value. All right. So now we are actually 10 minutes already, and we should have been in the middle. what should I see in the middle? Nothing. But shortly after, we might be able to see some heliport. Now, fat chance of that. But we should be crossing the road. There's a lot of small roads and only one major one is depicted in the sectional. But there is a settlement, and I believe it's gonna be the Mosquero. The Mosquero one. It's the road. Yeah, this will be a Mosquero settlement. And it coincidences or corresponds to the time that we are at now. So I'm confident that this is it. Actually, going quite fast. But I guess that's not a real problem. Right, 12 minutes, 6 more minutes on this leg. And then we'll be turning left into the mountains. See where I made a mistake in computing the temperature. So we have the speed of 185 and the pressure. Oh, I see where I made a mistake. So pressure altitude is actually 10,000. So I need to deduct 6 degrees from our readout. Temperature readout is -10. So actually it's -16. Well, I did -8, -15, so it should have been all right. Okay. Okay, just 4 more minutes. That's not that much. So let's try to scout for what we should see. So a settlement here on the left. Maybe some like salt lakes or whatever that is, but not very high chance of that. Yeah, in the real life we would probably see the buildings or something. Maybe, just maybe. There's the road. Is that the settlement? Quite positive it very well might be. Just 3 minutes, that should put us roughly there. We will have it off of our left wing. And then we should rejoin with the road that cannot really see right now. Yeah, that's gonna be it. So when we have it there, I'll reset the timer, make a note. Fuel is all right. We are now in the air for half an hour. So let me reset this trip timer again, and I'll just know that I need to add half an hour to it whenever I look at it. I estimate that the ground distance here might be about 6 or 7 miles. And we should be like 4 miles away from that. Could it be 4 miles? It could be 4 miles. I will interpolate at the end, if I don't forget, interpolate this flight path into the little nav map to see how well I did. Almost 18 minutes. Seems to be working well. But we are not yet a beam. Still a little bit to go. There we go, we are a beam. So let's reset the timer, 17:45. Let's put heading 1 degree right, just for the sake of it. And let's make a note. So it was 17.75, and the time in the air was 32 minutes. So let's put 32 here. Right. And 11 minutes now, flying on this heading. We will be crossing that road as I spoke. Could this little thing be this little thing? It could. Maybe. Right. So let's see if I put Denver. Okay. Crossing the road and going further, slightly parallel with the river, and over the town of Springer and the Springer airport to our left. The runway is parallel with the interstate. I can see some formation. Is it a canyon? That might be that river. It's gonna be Canadian River. So we should actually go here over the canyon. And seems like we will. That's a good stuff. Okay, I'll be back in 1 or 2 minutes. All right, I am back. I believe we might be slightly off course. What are the winds predicted on this lag? From the north. So from the right. Okay, so we still might be blown like to the left a little bit. So we're probably not flying there, but flying like there, like tilted like this. This is our destination or trek. And if that is the case, we should actually like touch this river right where we should. We'll see. I made a performance calculations for the climb from 4,000 feet from now, and it told me that I will be able to climb that in 20 nautical miles and in 4 or in 8 or almost 9 minutes. And I calculated that my feet per minute should be like 470. Unless they fixed the performance of the aircraft, I don't believe it can do this. But I guess we'll need to wait and see. Because by the time we are reaching 14,500, the manifold pressure will drop another 4 inches. So all the way to 17, and we won't be able to actually push it for more than 17 at that point. So should we be touching it here or there? I don't know. We should be crossing that river. So maybe... What was the time? This time is 11 minutes. This is 5.5, and we should be there in approximately 7 or 8 minutes, which will be there. So I believe maybe we are flying a little bit to the right of track. Just maybe. Yeah, there's the river, I can see it. And should probably be crossing it. I don't know. Maybe we are right. Certainly we are not way off. I'll see from the outside view if this is a good opportunity for some photo. Well, I made one, but maybe in the mountains it's gonna be a little bit better. Four more minutes on this heading. And is that the water? Might it be this water or this water? Yeah, if you can see this this mountain or hill and this, I strongly believe those are these. And again, it might be something called confirmation bias, but I don't think that I would be that much lost at this point to really not hit it. Okay, so we should be crossing straight over the city. And from this direction, the road might not be super visible because it's perpendicular, or not entirely perpendicular, but some. But I believe these might be buildings, and in that case we are heading straight for them, which would be a good thing that we were able to hit it basically from 70-mile distance. If I add the 50 and 30, it's actually 80 miles. Two more minutes. It's gonna put us right over the city. And I believe I can see the road. And in that case, somewhere there behind that road, we should also see the airport. It's actually a little bit off. So, do we see the airport or do we not see the airport? It seems to be too close. Yeah, and that's the reservoir. This one. In any case, next heading will be 300. So left turn. We'll put our wind a little bit to our back, so you can see the ground speed should rise by 6 knots. But that's also because the wind is kind of lower and from a different, and more or less because it's lower. Okay, so the airport is there. As I said, parallel to the road. We have a settlement. We are at the correct spot. And it will take slightly longer than 11 minutes. So when we are crossing the road, I will do 300 heading. Right. Timer 11:30. So 11.5. Time en route 43 minutes and 30 seconds. So let's say 43. Good. The interstate goes south. And we are starting to near those mountains. So on this leg, it's just 4 minutes until we arrive and see the lake to our right side. But which one? Is it this one? No. There are more lakes. It'd probably be this one. Yeah. It's gonna be... well, we'll see what we arrive at in 4 minutes. And then then, well, we'll see if we will be able to recognize the concrete mountain or not. But I still have some time until the climb needs to be initiated. Okay, let's see. This is 8,000, almost 9,000. What is this one? Is it already too high? This is 8,000. This is 8,000. Maybe 9,000 or 8,500. We'll see. If we need to climb or avoid a little bit, that's not a big deal. Let's try to find if we have any weather station in the area that could update our altimeter. Maybe this one. KTEX. $30.34. Okay, that's slightly. So 30.34. Right. This is the lake. And we are coming up on 4 minutes, so we'll be a beam of that at around 4 minutes. That's very good. And from there we'll be flying heading 298. And into the mountains. I thought that I will have some time to climb. Probably I won't. We'll see. Okay. Almost there. Yeah, let's see that we are there. 4 minutes, perfect. So it took us 4 minutes, and the time en route was 47 minutes. And let's turn 298. .6 minutes, and that will be above the mountain and the point where I calculated that I should begin my climb. But now I'm kind of questioning myself if that was a good decision. There are like 2 mountains that we are coming close to. Let's try to find some different. This is 10,000 feet. I believe, yeah, this is 10,000. So I believe that it starts maybe on like 9,000. Is this different color? So we might fly quite straight to the terrain, but let's wind it. Let's wind it, and unless I'm really hitting the terrain, I will just fly this. City, what city is that? Is this Cimarron? Yeah, that will be Cimarron. And I wonder if I'm able to recognize those 2 peaks. It's about Baldy Mountain and another one. Are these those 2? If they might be. In any case, I will already prepare myself for the climb, so I will just Oh, what was that? I lost some snow. I lost a lot of snow. Yeah, the Google Maps scenery kind of loads in and I'm losing snow. No matter. So 14,500 will be my climb. And of course I will need to arm that altitude, and once I arm it, I will climb. Yeah, flying into the mountains. What will be my next heading? 316, 316. Do I fly too close? 7.6 minutes, 4 minutes more. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. Might be good. This will probably the Board Mountain or Baldy Mountain. It's the other peak. And coming a beam of it. You know what? Let me turn slightly right, even now. Just slightly. To have a little bit of margin. And I will start climbing. Yeah, I will start climbing already now. So let's arm this and we go up. We raise our RPM to 2500. Throttles are already, no, throttle max. And we are in the end looking for like indicated 100, 120 for a climb. That's an okay climb. So I will be racing this. Initial maybe 1000. And when it slows down to 120, I will reduce that climb ratio. Coming up on 120. This will be the Baldy Mountain. Let's reduce that climb ratio a bit. Maybe 800 for now. Do we still have comfortable passengers? Yes, we do. Everything looking good. Yeah, we are too slow right now, so let's reduce that climb rate. Pick up some speed. We can. Are those trees that high up in the mountains? Such a dense forest? I cannot believe it. Oh, there's some airplane. Wonder where they are flying. Seems to be congested. They're flying to Salt Lake City. Okay, so when do I reset? It should be perpendicular, maybe it will be shortly there. Of course, the time will be a little bit higher because we slowed down, but in the end it should compensate itself on the other legs. Okay, so let's turn 316. I reset the timer, 8 minutes. 25, so it took us 8 minutes and 55. Oh. Doesn't seem like something like that we would be kind of late or slow. Now the calculations might be a little bit off because I should have initiated the climb basically now. Let's see what would happen. I don't believe there should be that many trees. Looks silly. But maybe there are, I don't know. In any case, let's see visually where it should put us. There should be some kind of valley. And we should come left of this mountain peak and hit the road. So, could it be this valley? The distance should be 15 miles. Yeah, but we should basically go all the way behind the valley. So it probably is this valley. And our user reporting point is actually on the far side of it, and this will be this peak that we should clear from the left. Okay. We are actually climbing at almost 500 feet per minute at this speed, so they must have fixed this aircraft, because before it really didn't want to climb this high. And of course, so we have, do we have any, no, this is a fire extinguisher. I need a bottle of oxygen, so I'm just donning it. Because we'll be flying over 14,000 feet. It's been some time since I've been this high with this aircraft. I usually try to go closer to the ground. So I started the climb roughly 4 minutes before, and now it's 4 minutes after. It really seems like the performance is spot on. Let's just show that climb. So this is the valley, and this is another mountain. This is Ute Peak. Seeing already right now, it's a very good visual landmark. So let's try to compute what kind of airspeed I'm expecting. So final speed is 167 at this altitude, pressure altitude 14,000, temperature, again, well, temperature, should I actually add or subtract? Subtract temperature rise from indicated outside to obtain the true outside, yeah, okay. So now we are indicating 130 and -10. Okay, so indicating 130 is -10 and pressure altitude almost 15,000. So we just subtract 4, so it's like -14. -14. So it's basically the same. Only now we are at a different pressure altitude, so -14 there and there. So to go 167 we should go 135 or 136. We are too fast right now. We will be doing 2500 and I computed that at a 16 manifold pressure. Alright, let's not forget about our track. So when we have this mountain to our right, we will make a turn. .136, we slowed down too much. Yeah, okay, let's resume. Okay, the timer goes reset at 650. We'll turn 2905. What was that time? 650, right? So 6.8. And we have 1 hour and 2 minutes. .136. Okay, the mixture is very sensitive. Put it like this. We are very high right now for this aircraft. Okay, I'll be back in a minute or two. And I am back. So, the Ute Peak. And we'll take it when we are almost at it. Yeah, we are in the middle of the flight right now. And I will start feeding my engines from the auxiliary tank. So fuel pump on, switch this to auxiliary, and fuel pump off. Left engine is now going from the auxiliary tank, and I will switch right engine approximately after 5 minutes. Okay, I believe now will be a good time. Yes, so timer 4:45. 4.75. Time en route is 1 hour and 7 minutes. And next heading is 297. And where should that take us? 13 miles. And we should see the reservoir to our left. We can already see it now. Because it's just 13 miles. Sorry, yeah, 13 miles. So, from the air, pretty visible and pretty close. Oh, what are we picking up? Bravo Junior Charlie. Bravo Juliet Charlie. 178 miles. Just for the sake of it, let's locate that one. Okay, this is this will be to the north somewhere. Yeah. Oh, to the north of us. Is it this one? No, this is Denver. 178. That's quite a long. Because this is 30. So 30, 60, 120, 180. Okay, there. Is it Colorado Springs? FCS. It's not that one. FOOP. Not that one. BRK. Not that one. What frequency do we have? 115.4. So which is it? I don't know. Oh, let's do like this. Okay, so it's this small one, or it looks like a small one. Jeffco BIC. And it doesn't even seem that it would be like some Very powerful one. Well, anyway, picking that up. Now let's go back. So Cove Lake Reservoir. Almost there. A good visual landmark. Interesting shape. Okay, I believe it's time to switch that other tank. So, fuel pump, selector, one left, and fuel pump. Good. Okay. Let's say that I should have resetted it, so 540. Reset. And same heading. So 5.7. The overall is 1 hour and let's say 13 minutes. Let's go like that. 10 minutes to the La Chara or La Jara reservoir. Let's see that on the sectional. It's there, another one. So we're coming higher and higher. Right, there's some very straight road. And it's gonna be this one. Mountains, come. Time 10 minutes, okay. And I reset a little bit later, so probably shorter than 10 minutes in this case. Hello guys. Okay, let's try to find some airports with weather. Just the closest one, Kals. Altimeter 3038. We have 3038, so let's change it. 3038. That reservoir might be covered in snow, right? So I hope I'll be able to spot it. See again, it's yeah, it's rise. Same one. No, this is higher. So probably there. Right. I have approximately, let's say, 40 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes left of this flight. So very soon I'll start to reviewing the airport layout of destination, which is Telluride Regional today. Don't we have any new controllers about? We don't. We are flying into the area where there are a lot of aircraft. Today it's Friday evening here. Alright, so it's frozen. The reservoir is frozen. Nice. Based on the shape, should be some dam. I guess it's gonna be this shape here. And if that is the case, should like slightly before that. Maybe this is a dam point. Yeah. So coming up on it very quickly. Next heading will be 298. So I already set it up. It's just 1 degree off. Let's reset the timer 8:30. 51, 30, 51, 8.5, 51. So we are at 1 hour and 21 minutes right now. Good. According to plan. And we continue. Continue straight ahead until we see another one, or maybe we don't see it because it will be probably frozen over as well. There's one peak. Let's identify those if we can. Are probably too far. And it's the highest in the area. Then some valley and another highest, so must be in this ridge there. Okay, wind is supposed to be blowing from 346, which is to our right. Probably pushes are there, so we are going there. So those peaks could easily be these two. These two peaks, 1, 2, probably. Yeah, it must probably be these two peaks, or 1 and 2, or something like that. And when we are at the second one to the left of us, we should see a water or frozen water. It's gonna be difficult to see. The time that it should take us there is just 4 minutes and half. So very close. So refine main tanks. Yeah, still enough space in there. To check what the windshield for wind is. 3. Okay. We are coming through the valley. It's gonna be this valley here. And so this reservoir will be probably here behind those peaks, right there. We'll see if that's true or not. Yeah, it seems there is some flat area which will leave a frozen water. There we have a settlement plateau. Must be a nice place to live if you like nature. Okay, Okay, next one will be the same, 298. So no need to change anything. Alright, we're there. So 4 minutes and a half. 6, 4.5, and 56. So 1 hour and 26. Right, the next one is in 17 miles. This might be very difficult to spot because what I thought that I will see is this valley is, of the right wing, this valley going down there. So it might be possible to spot it combined with the time that it should take to get there. But we'll see if I am able to spot this valley or not. I'm confident that I can. In the meantime, let's go and check the arrival airport. What is the weather? Okay, this is a weather that is quite new. This is 6 minutes old. And we have winds from 270. What is the magnetic variation is 10 or 9 degrees to the east. So these winds are actually 260. 260 winds. That means runway 27. Perfect. We'll need to land and then backtrack. Most likely. Yeah, land and backtrack. Alright. Or, if I am really good, I can, land here. I have calculated my landing distance to be... ground roll is just 800 feet, so if I brake really hard, so I should be able to get there. But of course, if I like brake really hard, and I don't necessarily want to brake really hard, we'll see. So 26. Let's also check the runway pattern direction. So for runway 27, it's a left traffic pattern, so the standard one. Left traffic pattern for runway 27. I won't do the standard, approach because 27 it's like left here. Standard joining procedure is from to the downwind from 45 degrees, and as you can see there's some mountains, so I will definitely not want to fly over these mountains to join the downwind. What I'll probably do is I will come here and either join the downwind from 90 degrees and land, or alternatively I'll just maneuver myself and go to the base here and land from the base. That's, considering the terrain, that's probably gonna be the safest approach. All right. Okay, time. It should have taken us about 6.5 minutes, so still 2.5 minutes, but it might be this valley already. Because we are flying way faster. How is this possible? It's because of those downdrafts and updrafts. We're basically flying down right now, I guess. Relative to the wind or something like that. So this will be the valley. Yeah. You can see there is no way that there would be a second one within like 2 minutes or something. And it actually also says that there is nothing before. So it is this one, I'm positive. So once we are over there, it's gonna be time to set the timer and the course remains once again exactly the same. Or let's say heading remains the same. And we are over there. So 540. 540. That's 5.7. Time 1 hour and 31 minutes. 10 minutes to the next one. Fuel looking good. Engines looking good. Still performing. Flying faster than they should be. But I'll keep it like that. I don't really mind. And now we'll be crossing some mountains and arriving again probably at the frozen Rio Grande reservoir. And the time is 10 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 10 minutes that it should take us. And I'll be right back. And I'm back with under half an hour of the flight left. That one gonna be difficult. Oh, another one flying. All right, 6 minutes, so approximately 4 minutes more. Again, it's gonna be, well, maybe it's gonna be easy because it should be like prolongated, flat, white surface that we should see. There, maybe, there. And 20 minutes left in the flight. And to the right of it, a flatter area. So it needs to be this one. So still not lost. Probably flying to the right. So eastbound. Okay, fuel looking good. Main tanks. Yep. And the user fix is at the beginning of that. Okay. Then we'll be overflying some other mountains. Possibly very close to the ground, to the left there. So not very safe. We do have 2 engines, so if one should fail, we might not be able to keep this altitude, however. One engine might not be sufficient, but we should be able to at least pick our landing spot if that happens. Okay, that is the reservoir. Nice. Just hit it dead on, spot on, I would say. Should be slightly to the right, with which we are. And the next heading will be 266. We're going there over the mountains. So let's turn there. Timer is 9 minutes and 110. So 9 minutes and 110. So that's 140. Let's do 41. And we need to overfly these peaks there. Time-wise, we're looking for 7 minutes until Elk Park. And there are still some winding through the valleys. And I might even take it into hand at that point. Again, flying this. Right. Nearing our destination, Telluride Regional, Denver, or Denver area in Colorado, say, Colorado. We are on this lake right now, crossing some mountains, probably there in the middle or slightly after. And when we see the drop for us, we time to turn. See if I can make some nice photo. Yeah, that should do it. If this valley might actually be this one already. Not entirely sure, but it should have taken us almost 7 minutes. It's gonna be almost 6 minutes, and we were faster. Our previous lags, we were still faster. So yeah, that's gonna be it, and we should be coming off a little bit to the right, and in that case, this flat area here will be this one. Let's take it in hand. Yeah. And let's turn there. So I will reset the timer. I won't do my... or should I? Do my notes. To do them anymore because I now need to fly. So 341 roughly, yes. Actually, let's do that. I'll just write these, not every single one, just these times, not the overall time. Should be just 2 minutes. Right, so there we go, 2 minutes. Just reset the timer again. Next heading should be 287. I already started descending, but I will need to clear those mountains. Let's look at the sectional. Now we are there. There should be some break in it, so let's say this valley. This is what I should follow. I'll do so. Then I will do like faster descending after. Because that maybe I'll drop the gear or something. Yeah, and I need to switch those tanks, which I should have done already. So left one, switch to main. How far am I? Yeah. Telluride regional traffic, Zilskar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo Twin Cessna, approximately 10 miles southeast at 14,500 feet. We'll be turning left downwind runway, we'll be turning left base runway 27, Telluride. Okay, there's the valley, so let's start descending a little bit. I'll switch the other tank to main, and I'll keep those fuel pumps already on. Okay, just 5 minutes or something. We're very close to the field. Right. Need to do some dropping of altitude, so okay, let's not miss it that much. But is that the field? I believe it is. Yes. So I'll drop the gear. I'll drop some drag. I'll drop the flaps. 15. That's purely so I can start descending, make that field. Altimeter setting is 3034. There we go. And let's trim this aircraft. Landing altitude is 9,000 feet and 70. Actually, I can join that downwind when it comes, but I already said that I'll be joining left base, so let's do that. Let's make this an exception to the rule. whole time I haven't heard a single radio message or even text message. Maybe I was just too far from everybody. Yeah, there are some windy conditions here. It's gonna be challenging. I'll come a little bit faster to land. Let's drop the secondary flaps. Too fast. Let's drop some altitude, shall we? Tell right regional traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, left base runway 27 to land. Tell right. Okay. Will we make it? Tell right traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, turning final runway 27. Tell right. Harder than I would have wished for. Okay. Oops. Tell right regional traffic, Oscar Kilo Charlie Romeo, backtracking runway 27. Tell right. Do I to do what? Oh, straight ahead. Tell right regional traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, vacated from 27. Tell right. There I can see some general aviation traffic. Let's go there. It's gonna be a nightmare to take off from here. Just doesn't have power. Okay, let's pick this T. Let's hope I don't clip that other wing. Should not. brake on. Good. Avionics off. Heating off. Pumps off as well. Strobe lights should have been off already. Okay. Let's kill the engines. Magnetos going off. Alternators going off as well. Navigation lights. P30, this is off. Good. And yeah, I wanted to check something. Definitely the path, if I was able to keep to it. And what was that other thing? Remember. Anyway, let's shut down the aircraft. Can I open the door? Open it. I don't know how to open the door. Good. Here. Front pack door. Right. Is there some wind that it doesn't want to open it? Yeah. We have 13 knots of wind. Yeah, let's close it. Right. Okay, so let's bring in the little nav map. Let's take this. Ooh. And let's try to plot it there. So file, new flight plan, flight planner description. We were going to KTEX and mandatory departure airport not found. Alright, so let's use just this one, E52. Let's create flight plan and close. So obviously we needed to go there, so that was good. And then, okay, I did not expect this to be this spot on. Yeah, this was that time that I decided to turn right in order to, not go to the mountains and stay a little bit below, just slightly, and started climbing. But then intercepted that again perfectly, I might add. And then it was like, yeah, what distance that is. This is like half, not even half of nautical mile. We're able to keep at it. There we a little bit deviated and flew parallel. And this is where I picked the aircraft and hand flew it. Yep, there, through the valleys. And then we did some loosening of the altitude and landing the aircraft. Great. Okay, I think that this went pretty well. Apart from the fact I forgot to start the job at Skyvector. Sorry, Skypark, not Skyvector. But since I don't intend to probably use that anymore because it just picks just those small airports. This was really an exception that it picked this one, but yeah, will probably try to find some different carrier mode. I used air hauler before, back in the days of FSX. Maybe I'll come back to it, I'll see. I will need to research a little bit. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure to record this, even though the flight was a little bit longer than usual. So thank you again, and until next time, our next video I will be streaming on Tuesday, because that's where we'll have a Vatster group flight, and then the video on YouTube should come out the day after. So keep a lookout for that, and have a nice time. Fly safe. Bye bye.